Hello everyone, my name is Brin. Welcome back to my channel. Here on Brin Darcy, we talk about life and study at the Australian National University in Canberra, obviously in Australia, and what your life could be like if you studied here as well. Today's video is quite exciting because we're going to be talking about how international students can make money, or even Australian students can make money while they're studying here in Australia. So just a quick disclaimer, obviously in this video, the advice that I'm providing is not coming from the perspective of a registered financial advisor or anyone who is qualified or registered to give you this information. This is just from the perspective of a student at the ANU who has used all of these ways of making money to make some money to support myself while I'm studying. So yeah, please take what I say with a grain of salt. Before you make any financial or business decisions, you should definitely consult with a bank or a financial advisor or someone who you trust to help you with those, and don't base your money decisions solely on me. I understand that a lot of you will be very excited for your impending arrival in Australia since the government announced the opening of the Australian borders for international students. So I'm really excited for you. I'm so glad that you can come back. And I just thought that I would make this video to let you guys know how you can be making some money while you're a student, because a lot of the questions that I've seen from international students are, how much money should I save? How much do things cost? How much money can I earn? Previously, I have made a couple of videos on the process of being an international student. So I did one titled getting a student visa, or how to get a student visa at the ANU. I'll put that up in the cards above. I also did a video about what the cost of living is for the ANU in Canberra, and you can see that one up above as well. I'll also put all of the links in the description if somehow my technological skills fail us and I can't put them up the top. As well as that, I have done a few interviews with international students as well who are studying at the ANU, and I'm sure that they will be very useful for prospective students. All of that will be linked up, down, somewhere. I'm not really sure, but I'll link all of that for you. So yeah, I guess that I should just get started on speaking about how we can make some money as students in Australia. It can be really difficult to hold down a job or a full-time job while you're studying, especially when you're studying at an institution like the ANU, where there's quite a lot of academic expectations, I suppose, put on you. But a lot of students do have a job or need to get a job to support themselves through study. So that's not something you should worry about if you're an international student. It's a very normal thing to be happening in Australia. A lot of people work from when they're 16 or so, just working in cafes or working in restaurants or whatever, just to have a job and to make some extra money. One of the major questions that people asked was how much do students earn in Australia? They said international students in particular. It should be made very clear that international students and Australian students are afforded the same legal rights when they're working. You're both afforded the same minimum wage. If you know what sort of job you would like to look for, the Fair Work Ombudsman has what the minimum wage for each different award is. So an award is like the law basically that covers certain sectors of jobs. So for example, I don't know, if you're in hospitality, you might be under a hospitality award. If you're in retail, or if you work in a supermarket, then you're under the Retail Workers Award. Having a look at those awards can give you an idea of how much you could be getting paid. I would say that from experience, it's probably going to be the lowest is probably going to be around $19 an hour. A lot of the jobs that are common for students and international students to get are jobs in cafes, jobs in bars, jobs in supermarkets, cleaning hotels. Some people do food delivery work, but those sort of more hospitality or service-based jobs are the type of jobs that students usually go for. In saying that though, there are a lot of other options for students to earn some money that aren't just having a part-time job. That's definitely one of the ways. Having a part-time or casual job is always good. Since this has been kind of unstructured up until this point, I thought I would add some structure in. I think that there are two important sort of broader job-based categories that we can look at, and one is like part-time or casual employment all the way through your degree. So that's, you know, getting a job in your first year of uni and keeping the same job the whole way through, or a similar job. Maybe you don't like the job so you leave, but having a job like that. Or you can be a Christmas casual or a holiday casual, and that's when during holiday periods where maybe they need more staff to keep up with the extra business, they hire you just for a set amount of time. So if you're just looking to make a little bit of extra money as a student, working as a holiday casual is a great way to do that. It's usually for like 6 weeks to 3 months during your summer holidays, and you just get to earn a little bit of extra money, maybe make some new friends at a casual job, and you don't have to worry about staying there after the holidays. So yeah, I would say those are the two options for continuing sort of services-based employment. If you can, you could also get a paid internship. A lot of companies in Canberra offer students paid internships, but depending on the sort of sector you're working in, it may be more difficult to get that as an international student. So in order to get a security clearance in Australia, you need to be a citizen or a permanent resident. If you're not those two things, it can be difficult to find work in government or in defence or in jobs that have high levels of national security. So that's definitely something to consider. I think that the next thing is, for those who are a little bit more entrepreneurial, there are a few different ways that you can be self-employed while you study in Australia. So first of all, you could do something like Uber Eats or Uber driving if you have the ability to have a license that's recognised in Australia. Or you could do Deliveroo or other food delivery like that. That's definitely a good option for people if you want to be sort of controlling your own hours. But then I should say that there are definitely faults with the Uber Eats and Deliveroo business models. They can be pretty unethical at times, and also oftentimes people who are immigrants to Australia are those who are put most at risk by those sort of business plans. So that's definitely something to consider there. But if you have the ability to get a working with children check and a police check, then you could work as a tutor or as a nanny or a babysitter. I think that those are definitely good jobs, especially if you're doing something at ANU that might be something that people need tutoring in. I don't know, maybe if you're studying maths, you can tutor children in maths. That's definitely something that I probably needed as a child. But no, there's definitely space for people to go into tutoring and go into babysitting and other sort of jobs like that while they're studying at the ANU. So to do that, you would need to have an ABN, a working with vulnerable people check in the ACT, and a police check, and then you would be good to go and make money that way. Moving on from that, I think that you could also work on platforms like Upwork, or a sort of like in the freelancer gig economy, doing, I don't know, translation if you speak a second language and you can speak English as well, or copywriting, or something else that you feel like you have the skills to do. I do freelance work through platforms like that. And yeah, that's definitely a good way to make a little bit of extra money on the side. My final suggestion to you is more of a risky solution, but that's investing in shares. If you have the capital to do it and you have the understanding of the share market to sort of safely invest, that's definitely something that I recommend students could do to facilitate long-term saving. So less about money that you could save now and use now in Australia, and more about money that you could save for the future. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that this video provided you with some useful information about studying in Australia and how you can make a little bit of money along the way. So yeah, please let me know if you have any other questions. Yeah, I'll see you